Hey everybody, it's Don, the AS Lifter. I wanted to kind of follow up with everybody. It's been about a month since my last video. Just been a lot of things going on, a lot of things with on the physical side of the training side. Just a lot of distractions. So this video I'm going to talk about how to deal with distractions and not let it stress you out. Which for us with ankylosing spondylitis, you can't let the stress get to you, because the stress creates, flares and other issues. That and life's just too short. But for me, just a short update of what's been going on. We had a gym that we were training at, and it was in Crowley, which was kind of convenient for us. And there was a lot of good equipment, and then we had a team, we had a coach. Everything was there, and kind of crazy. We were going good and everything's kind of going in the positive direction, then bam, out of the middle of nowhere, here comes all these curveballs. And this is right in the middle of everybody's training cycles for this meet coming up in 6 days, which is Europa, and the meet which was right before, which was for Phil Heath, the Phil Heath competition. So with all this distraction, all these issues, it's just been taxing on me, but not only just me but my team. The first issue we had was the Crowley location, which we worked out of, closed, and they consolidated and moved everything to another location, which is a few miles away in Burleson. Seems great, seems everything's no big deal, but the problem is most of our good equipment, the equipment we needed to train with, is still locked into Crowley, and it's in a legal ballot, legal issue. So the bulk of the good equipment, the equipment we need to actually train heavy, we don't have in Burleson. So we don't have the proper equipment to train properly for these meets and to get ready for these competitions. Not to mention the distraction of trying to learn a new equipment, learn a new thing, learn a new regiment, and try to get your head right and your new routine going. Because when you start training this, you got a routine, and you're just bam, 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 bam. So we got that distraction. And then the distraction comes around. The next distraction we got, which is the biggest of them all, is out of the blue. Our coach, who I thought I knew as a person, he gets caught up in a big scandal. Several girls came out and mentioned that he was taking inappropriate pictures of them, some inappropriate touching, and some other things went on. These allegations supposedly been filed with the police department. There's a police report. Our coach was fired from the gym, which rightfully so, with considering the allegations, and two is just the whole issue with it. So he was asked to leave. He's gone. And then on top of that, you throw in the fact that he basically stole equipment and sold it for profit. I know he's been on some hard times, and I don't know if it was a struggle, but he tried to come back and say that the gym owner gave him the equipment to sell. But in the beginning, when all this was going down, few of us that were dealing with him, we comes to know that that's not the truth. It's really not. He changed his story. He told people not to say anything. If she gave him the equipment and it was all on the up and up, he would have never told us not to say anything. So I'm pretty heartbroken about that, because in the end of the day, it comes down to a moral issue of what's right and what's wrong. So with that being said, the team, we had an idea to try to salvage it, at least keep us together. And our coach, our former coach, has gone on and to another gym, which just is unrealistic for me to go and try to train at, even if the allegations weren't correct. But neither here nor there. We try to salvage the team. We had an idea, and then basically at the last minute, most of the people flaked out and bailed on us. And the sad reality of it is some of the people that really know the truth of the matter decided to follow our ex-coach anyways. And that's kind of difficult for me to understand, because from a moral standpoint, if you know this guy is in the wrong, and he's not trying to make amends or fix the situation or own up to the responsibilities of it, it's it's hard for me to morally want to stay a part of that team and that group. So I feel, kind of heartbroken that all this is going on. And keep in mind, this is 6 days from our meet. So it's been pretty much a mind blow, because our training just in the last couple weeks, because with all this going on, the distractions, it's been brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be pretty honest and blunt that, man, we haven't trained right. For those that are going, we really haven't trained properly at all. It's almost like, honestly, if I hadn't had already paid for this meet before all this happened and went down, honestly, I wouldn't even go. I'm morally torn there too, because do I really want to be a part of, this team, or this group that's going to go out there, knowing the reality of what I know? It's not right. The part with the issue with the girls, I can't get a straight answer of what happened there or what all transpired there. I'm hearing different stories. I'm hearing stories from the girls and that are involved, and it's not one or two. It's actually it's several. Several have at least came to me and told me about instances involving them. And to me, that's hard, because it's the same story. It's not like it's collaborating. These girls really don't talk to each other. They're not friends. They're not friends outside of the gym. So it makes me think that something's there. And like, I talked to my coach, or I talked to him, and then I'm trying to be optimistic, but realistically, at the end of the day, he slipped on his professionalism. As a trainer and as a coach, when you're coaching these young girls, they're pretty vulnerable and susceptible to some naive type things. In bodybuilding or anything, there is absolutely zero reasons to take nude photos of your clients before and after. It's almost unheard of. So for me, the moral issue there, stands that the professionalism was compromised. I don't believe there was a rape or anything like that involved, so I'm not going to pursue into the sexual assault side. I'm getting conflicting stories on how far it went, but that's to me, it's rumor, and I don't know. I just know that the professionalism was the professionalism was lost. The theft part is a legitimate thing, and more and more, when at the end of the day, things that happened, and I don't like it. For me, I'm trying to raise my boys to be more morally standing. I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes earlier in my life. God knows I did. I made my fair share of them, bad choices, and so on. But how I'm living today in my heart and my soul is totally different. And so after Europa, this meet, I'm done with my coach. I'm probably going to continue powerlifting. There's a couple of us talked about doing some meets, but we'll be going pretty much solo. So for the AS listeners out there, the spondylitis supporters I have, keep your head up. One thing I did do during this whole time is I never let the stress wind me down or wear me down to the point of having a flare. I kind of just took the adversity head on. And that gets into some of my next videos. Some of the positive things have happened in the last couple weeks. I've got a radio show fixing to start. I'm gonna start doing that on a weekly basis. I'm gonna put it out there for the spoonies, all the spoonies out there. Maybe get some voice, get some airtime. Try to spread our word, our stories. things that went on. Talk more and more about truly how to overcome adversity and how we fight. I just wanted to give everybody an update. It's not a very positive video like the other ones before, but it's kind of what I'm going through right now. I will come out of this. I will overcome it. At the end of the day, things like this happen. It's what do you do afterwards? So please continue to follow me. Click that subscribe button. And remember, guys, fight on. Life's too short. Keep fighting on. Thanks. Bye.